Hello lovelies, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel and I'm a makeup artist based in the city of Abuja. This is my first official video here, so welcome everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. I'll be creating a matte bridal look, so stay tuned, let's do it together. Started off by cleaning her face using my micellar water to remove dirt. Then I went ahead to hydrate her face using my hydrating spray from Kiss Beauty. Next up, I went in with my hydrating serum just to add more hydration to her skin. So I just use my hand to massage the product into her skin so her skin can feel all the goodness of the product. Then I went in with my moisturizer. This is the Embryolisse moisturizer, just to lock in all the hydration so that her skin can be more hydrated and moisturized and ready for all the makeup products we are going to apply to her face. I applied the May and May eye cream under her eye. This basically hydrates her under eye and it reduces the appearance of under eye creasing. It's an optional step though. I went in with my e.l.f. grip primer and I applied this all over her face. So this basically grips your makeup together and ensures it lasts for a long time, for about 10 hours or more. Always ensure that every product dries down completely before moving on to the next step to ensure that it has properly absorbed well into their skin. Next up is this mattifying primer from Gentle Dove. I applied this only on her T-zone area where she's likely to sweat or produce excess oil. And I went in with my tilbury spray. This is just to lock in all the skin prep I've done to ensure that it is in place. So for foundation application, I use this foundation from Yanga Beauty in SMF08. And I just apply this all over her face. And I went in with my damp beauty sponge to, tap it into her skin. Ensure not to be harsh on your application so it doesn't leave harsh line and patches. So I just dab this into her skin gently. I went in with my blush application and I just applied this above her cheekbone. And then for concealing, I use this concealer from V Beauty. I like to go in with a shade lighter than her skin just to, conceal her under eyes, her nose, her jaw and her forehead, just to, cover any dark spots. Then I went on to give that a good blend. Ensure to be gentle with your blending because you do not want harsh lines. So you have to do it gently. Your blending has to be smooth so your makeup can come out nice. So now I'll be highlighting her under eyes. This is different from concealing. This is different from what I did previously. This basically brightens your under eye and give you that, sharp and smooth look. So after applying, I just went in to blend the product. keyword is gentle. You have to be gentle with your blending because you do not want that harsh line. I always try to emphasize on those harsh lines because it makes your makeup look tacky. So your blending game has to be smooth. You have to give it a smooth match. And always make sure your model is looking up. Your model or your client, ensure they look up, because if they tend to blink too much, it's going to cause creasing. We know creasing is inevitable, but there are ways we can actually reduce it and make our makeup look good. So ensure they look up. So for setting, I'll be using this Huda Beauty setting powder in banana bread. So don't forget, your model has to look up. In situations where she must have blinked or closed her eyes, you have to blend that concealed area again before going in with your setting powder to avoid creasing. And I also, before applying, I also took some of the powder and rub it on my palm, just to remove excess and so that it could give you this airbrush finish. Then I went in with this Milani pressed powder. So most people usually like to go in with pressed powder first before going with their setting powder, but the setting powder tends to control oil, so I usually like to start with the setting powder before the pressed powder. So after setting the highlighted areas, I just go in with my powder. I'm using the Fit Me pressed powder, so I just apply this all over her face, excluding the highlighted area. Then I went in with my powder contour, to give the face a good shape and depth. Yeah, so I'm using this palette from Sylvimak, I think. Yeah, and then I went in with my blush. I'm using the blush from Annie's Beauty. So I just apply this above her cheekbone. Yeah. Then I use a 2-shade darker powder to contour her nose, just to give it this pointed and slim fit. Then I went in with my setting spray to lock in all the products we've applied. So I just cleaned her lips of all the powder and all the cream products that must have touched that place. Then I just glossed her lips, so her lips is going to be moisturized before going in with the other process. Then for baking, I used the same setting powder to bake her highlighted areas. So basically I'm baking just her under eyes. So basically the work of this baking, most times it's usually to prevent pigment fallout, and it also gives depth and brightens your under eye, and it also helps to reduce oil and moisture. So I tamed her brows using my brow gel. So I just applied it on her eyebrows and I brushed it so it can be easy for me to draw, and it also helps the brows to last long. I'll be doing her eyeshadow first before I do her brows. So I went in with my eyeshadow primer and I just blended it in. So I went in with this brown shade first. So I applied it on the outer area. So this served as my transition shade. So I just blended it. Then I went in with another shade of brown, to give it depth. Whatever you do to eye A, you have to do it to eye B as well, to ensure that they look the same and they are not contrasting. So I went in with this orange shade just to blend out the outer area, to ensure that there is no demarcation there. It is not showing that it is demarcated. Then I went in with this a black shade. Of course I needed more depth, so I added the black eyeshadow. Then I just went ahead to use the brush that I used first just to blend out that black eyeshadow out. Then I went in with a lighter shade for the for the middle parts, sorry. So I just applied a light shade there. Then I blended the outer area again to ensure that there are no harsh lines. Endeavor to blend properly. I always emphasize on blending. You have to blend properly. Then I went in with this shimmer and I applied it on the middle parts just to, you know, brighten it more before applying my glitters. So I just applied my glitters to that middle part as well. I usually like to use my hand because I feel like it is going to sit in place more than when I use my brush. So I just applied it there. I did my waterline and eyeliner behind the camera, so sorry about that. Then I lined her lip using this lip pencil from Elsa. I just outlined her lip. So I blended the outlined lip so it's going to sit in place and there won't be any harsh lines. So I went in with my matte lip stain from Soopro Cosmetics and I just applied it in the middle of her lips and I blended everything together. I blended it. As you can see, there are no demarcations, there are no lines. So I wasn't satisfied with that shade, so I went in with a lighter pink shade. As you can see, it looks different, so I blended everything together to ensure that her lips are smooth and blended properly. So I already tamed her brows, so I'll just go ahead and outline and shade to my desired shape. So I'll be using just a shade lighter than her foundation shade to conceal her brows and outline the brows so that it can be visible and it is going to have a solid shape. And then I blended it afterwards, and also I applied a little powder just to blend it again to avoid that concealed line there, so that it can just look aligned with the eyeshadow we applied before. So I just dusted off the setting powder we applied during our baking process, dusted it off, so it's still going to give you that airbrushed finish. Then I went in with my pressed powder to the same highlighted area as well. So I just did the finishing touches. I applied powder all over the face, excluding the highlighted areas. Then I went in with my setting mist just to reduce the powdery effect to make sure that the makeup looks skin-like. Then for gloss, I'll be using this gloss from Soopro Cosmetics. So I just applied it on her lips to give it this shine and glow. And yeah, we have our final look. This is a matte bridal look. See how beautiful and subtle it looks. It can be worn for any bridal occasion. So thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.